Okay, in this video we're going to talk about illumination slots, which also will export out to games, and they get forgotten about sometimes with all the other map types like normal maps and ambient occlusion. But luminosity is something that you can use quite a bit. Now in the past classes here we've talked about ambient occlusion maps. They also go into the self-illumination channel. And you can use both of them together. You can use an illumination map and an ambient occlusion map if you want, but you would have to use something like a mix procedural to do that. And I'm not going to cover that in this part, but you could use a mix procedural to blend both together. In this, we're just going to talk about illumination channels. I have a little critter here. He's already rendered. And in this case, you can see he's got his stripes, his yellow stripes, are not luminous. They're just part of his skin. You can see down here, you can barely see them in the shadows. They're yellow, but they aren't luminous. In other words, the shadow affects these areas just as much as the rest of his skin. And if I, we'll let him render. If I hop over here to my material editor, you can see I have a regular texture map here in the diffuse channel. I'm going to cancel that. And we'll take a look at this. Nothing special. Here's the diffuse map. You can see the yellow is built into the diffuse map in this case. This map is not optimized very well, but the model and the textures are done pretty well. It's just the layout is not optimized. Each of these pieces should be a lot bigger and fill up this space. But I'm going to use one of the students' model for this because I like this little frog. And here's our illumination map. And you can see that everywhere that was yellow in the last map is bright white here, meaning it'll be totally luminous. So first you do your diffuse map, and then the areas you want to glow or be luminous are going to be white. And then over here in the shader that's on our creature, you can see here's his diffuse map, and here's his illumination map. He's also got a bump map and a reflection map on him as well. And I'm going to go ahead now, and on his self-illumination channel, I'm going to go ahead and check this on. You can see it glowing here. And now I'm going to render him again. And what you're going to see is these areas that weren't being affected by the shadow, like down here, will be luminous, and you'll see them brighten up, and we'll let the rest of it render. And you can now see that these areas down here are luminous and no longer hidden in shadow. So if you want some areas on your model to kind of glow or be luminous, this is how you do it. It's just a simple illumination map. Black and white usually will do it, but grayscale also counts. So the grayer, well, the more towards black something is, the less luminous. The more towards white it is, the more luminous it is. And then it will show through to the color underneath. And they're pretty simple to use, but if you want to try it, go ahead and try it on your creature. We see a lot of luminous eyes or glowing brands type things on the creatures sometimes, and all those are good.